is your name, please?
My name is Andrew Jackson. I'm 15 years old, and I live in a small, white city called Lunarus, a place so hidden between mountains and fog that most people in the world have never heard of it. Here, the street lights flicker like nervous fireflies, and the night smell like pine trees and cold wind. But my story didn't start at 15. It started on my 10th birthday, with one sentence from my mom that changed everything. I still remember the warm, buttery smell of the cake, the tiny sparkles on the candles reflecting in my mom's eyes, and the way her voice softened as she leaned close to me. "Andrew, do you know that you look like one of the greatest legends the world has ever produced, Michael Jackson?" I blinked at her, confused. "Michael who? The legend of what?" Before I could even ask, she quickly added, "Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter right now. I just wanted you to know you look so much like him." I wanted to ask more, maybe even argue, because it did sound like something that mattered. But at 10, all that really mattered to me was the gift I would get after slicing my birthday cake. I expected toys, candy, a chocolate box, maybe a new football. But when she handed me the box, I immediately knew something was wrong. It was too long, too thin, too serious. Inside it was something silver and cold to the touch, a microphone. A microphone. I tried to smile, but I felt my heart sink a little. I wasn't a singer. I wasn't anything special. I was just Andrew from Lunarus, a kid who loved football and solving puzzles, the kid who climbed trees and scraped his knees too much. So that night, I placed the microphone on my bedside table and went to sleep, thinking it was the most disappointing birthday gift ever. But I was wrong. A week later, something changed. It started when boredom struck me on a slow, rainy afternoon. I plugged the microphone into my tiny speaker just to test if it worked. I said hello. My voice echoed back, deeper and richer than I expected. So I tried again, then again. Before I knew it, an hour had passed, and I was pretending to host concerts in my room. I didn't even know why I was enjoying it. That's when my mom opened the door with her eyebrows raised. "Andrew, you need to calm down. Breathe in, breathe out, take it slowly." I blushed so hard my face burned. But she didn't laugh. She didn't tease. She just smiled, almost like she had been waiting for this exact moment. That night, after she closed my door, I picked up the microphone again. And for the first time I sang. It was awkward. It was shaky. It definitely wasn't good. But something inside me, something small, something warm started to grow. Over the years, I practiced in secret, sometimes in the bathroom, where the echo made me sound better than I really was, sometimes under the old willow tree behind our house, where no one could hear me, and sometimes in my room at midnight, when Mom was sleeping but the stars were awake. By the time I turned 15, singing wasn't just something I did, it became something I needed. And along the way, I finally learned who Michael Jackson really was, not from the internet, not from videos, but from the way people talked about him. They spoke of him like he was magic, like he was more feeling than human, like he carried entire worlds in his voice. That's when I realized why Mom said what she said all those years ago. Maybe she wasn't saying I looked like him. Maybe she was saying I could be something too. And tonight under the soft golden lights of our tiny community hall in Lunarus Ridge, with my mom sitting in the front row, tears already in her eyes, I'm holding that same microphone she gifted me 5 years ago. My hands are trembling. My heart is pounding so hard I feel it in my throat. But I breathe in, I breathe out, and I remember her words, take it slowly. So here I am, Andrew Jackson, 15 years old, from a city no one knows. And tonight, I sing my first ever song. A song for the legend who inspired my journey without ever knowing it. A song for Michael Jackson. A song for the legacy he left behind. A song for the little boy I once was, confused and disappointed on his birthday. I close my eyes. I lift the microphone. And this time, I don't feel scared. I feel ready. 'Cause for the first time in my life, I feel like a legend in the making. Asterisk.
On my 10th birthday, Mama whispered to me,
Boy, you look like a legend the world used to see. I didn't understand it, I just wanted my toys. Didn't know she saw something deeper in her little boy. A microphone wrapped in silver in a box I didn't choose. Thought it wasn't what I wanted, didn't know what I'd soon lose. But something in that moment planted sparks in my chest. A voice I didn't know yet, waiting to take its first breath. I used to hide from the world, singing low in my room, just a shy little dreamer in the cold afternoon. But mama said, calm down, breathe in, breathe out. And her voice became the echo that removes every doubt. Now I'm staring at a legend in the mirror, not Michael, but a dream growing clearer. With every note I'm standing taller, with every fear for him, the man who lit the fire, a tribute to the king, and the dreams rising higher. At 15 years old, I still hear the rain on the window where I practice just to calm down the pain. Every night under the stars I was learning my sound. In a tiny town called Lunarus, where dreams rarely come around. But I felt them in the rhythm, in the courage to try. I felt the magic in the music every time I closed my eyes. Michael showed me you can shine even standing alone. You can turn your heartbeat into something the world calls home. I used to sing like a whisper, scared of being too loud. But now my voice is rising like I'm lifting a cloud. Mama said, take it for the stage, and her words are like the passion on every page. Now I'm staring at a legend in the mirror, not Michael, but a dream going clearer. With every note I'm standing taller, with every fear I'm climbing farther. All I needed was a chance to hear my heart, a spark you left for me right at the start. Now I sing for him, the man who lit the fire, a tribute to the king, and the dreams rising higher. If he could moonwalk across the stars, maybe I can too. If he could heal the world with songs, maybe I'll break through. Every beat reminds me that I'm alive. I'm not following his shadow, I'm learning how to rise. 'Cause now I'm staring at a legend in the mirror, not Michael, but a future shining near. Every moment I feel stronger, every dream is lasting longer. I'm the boy who found his voice in a forgotten town. Now the world will hear the name that once found small and drowned. And now I sing for him, the kingdom lit the fire, and for the little boy who learned how to aim higher. Mama, hear my song, your gifts became my guide. Michael, hear my voice, you're the echo in my pride. I'm Andrew Jackson, 15, ready to soar. A legend in the making, open my own door.